Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. This is Jean, and we are going to open, well, I've already opened it, so you didn't have to see me fuss with the knife, our happy packs for dAFi. And I'm going to make something with them. I don't know what. And I'm really excited because it's been a while since I just arted for the fun of arting. So here we go. Inside here, first thing first. Let's see what we got in here. Wow, this is different. What am I going to make? Okay, so we have 3 pipe cleaners, a bag of yarns. In the original kit, in the kits that are going out, there's a PDF on how to make a worry doll. Hi, Candy. Hi, Clint. So what we have here is the printables that go out in the monthly kit from That's Just Stuff. And these are gorgeous. Yes, I got them upside down, but that's okay. Well, no, it's not. Let's turn it around. Junk with Steph. Aren't these gorgeous? I'll be honest with you. I peeked. So. And then we have these 2 in cardstock. So, what am I going to do? We're going to go right to the worry doll because it's something I've always wanted to make, believe it or not. So, we're going to put these over here for now. I have to be careful where I set things over here on this side because I've had on the wood burner today and I've had on the iron. I know I turned them off, but you know, you just never know, right? So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a pipe cleaner. Let's first of all, let's get the yarns out and make some decisions. So I think I'm going to do this. We have all these to choose from. We get basically a shirt color, a pants color, a face color, and a hair color. So I think that because I like color and I like weird things, you haven't missed anything, KK. I'm just opening it all up. So, okay. And we have this. But this square fabric is going to go with this because I already know what I want to do there. So let's do, I want to do this for the hair. Or should I do this one for the hair? Let's see. Let's do this one for the hair. It's just a little wilder, right? Okay, so we'll start with that one first. And I'm going to fold my pipe cleaner in half. I'm going to put my finger in here and give it a twist. So there's my doll's head. And then I'm going to take this and fold out for an arm and fold it back in. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one, but I'm going to fold them right on top of each other. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit better. I thought I had that, but evidently. Hi, Tina. Hi, Christy. Let me see. Okay, let's see if that helps. Okay, so you might have to yell at me if I start working down here. I'm going to try. Remember, I'm going to put this pipe cleaner right there. Maybe I'll stay there. We all know that's not going to happen. So I'm going to fold this one right on top of that so that I know they're the same length. Not that it's that big a deal, but you know, we want it. If we're going to give this little dolly all of our worries, we want it to be happy with its shape. So I'm going to twist it and give it a body. And I could have twisted shorter and then folded this up like this and given it legs, but I think I'm going to give it a little bit longer body and leave its legs down like that. So there's my worry doll, because I kind of want a bigger worry doll. Yeah, I got this on 2 YouTube channels right now, so I don't know which one I'm seeing. Christy, which one are you talking on? So let's figure out the hair. How long do we want the hair? I'm thinking that's pretty good. So we need to double that. Let's get some scissors. It's going to cut this without chewing it up. And let's cut this right there. So let's cut us a bunch of these. And you know, it's just like my hair, which, by the way, I just got a haircut and it's pretty short. So it doesn't all have to be perfectly the same length, because, you know, it's a doll and it's handmade, so it can be however you want it. All right, let's see if that's enough hair. So we're going to take these and basically we're going to slip knot them. We're going to make a loop, put it through the doll head, and maybe I should have made these longer and then trimmed them off, because my fat fingers don't want to work. I was looking to see if I had something to help me pull that through, but I don't see anything. So we're just going to fuss with it. There we go. There's the first piece of hair. I'm going to try something different real quick. See how that lays. Because if your fingers are fussing with it, you may not want to do it that way. So I am going to just put one end through and tie a little knot. See, I'm moving down. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a little wilder, but it'll work too. So there's 2 ways. You can do the slip knot over it, or you can just put it through here like this and tie a knot. And there you go. That's a little more wild hair, so I think that's a good thing too. Let's see. Maybe that will help a little bit. Hi, Arlene. And so now I'm just going to put this one on. I kind of like it better just tied on with a little knot, because then it's wilder, and I used a wild yarn for it too. So I keep pulling its hair and his whole body comes out of shape. Okay, I think we're good with that. We're not going to use that last one. So now we're going to start with the face. And I think I want this one. I like the texture of this one. So what we're going to do now is figure out if we want to start, how we want to start. And I am going to use tacky glue. Hi, Tori. And for those of you that don't have tacky glue, that is available at Dollar Tree. Same size, or just a little bit smaller bottle, I think. But yeah, it's a good price. You can't beat that, honestly. So I'm just going to put a little there, and then I'm just going to start wrapping this. And maybe I should have done it the other direction with the body facing this way, but we'll see. kind of getting a little bit in my way there. There we go. And I'm just going to wrap it until it's covered. And I think I'm going to actually kind of give it some extra wraps, just because I want to make sure it doesn't slide around and move. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, So now I am going to snip off this. Now I know a lot of instructions say to use hot glue, and no, but not everybody has hot glue, and I'm really good at burning my fingers. So I'm going to just use the tacky glue because I like it. And I'm just going to let that sit there for a second and trim this off. Now I think we need something fun for the shirt. Do I want to go with this? No, it clashes with the hair. So we're going to do, let's just do a white shirt because look, this has got some speckly colors floating through it.
We wouldn't have it clashing with the hair now, would we?
Hello, stranger. So no, we can't have it clashing with the hair. So I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to put a fair amount of glue there. Probably way more than I needed, but that's okay. And I'm going to lay this way and then start wrapping. And I'm going to not wrap all the way because my little guy has yellow-green arms. And I'm going to crisscross across the belly or the chest, whichever that is. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue here because I have a lot of worries probably, and we don't want it to fall apart. So I'm going to wrap it back in, and I'm going to wrap the body. And just because I want to be weird.
You weird? No.
Yeah. I'm going to wrap the body. I'm going to leave that little tail on there because I'm not sure it caught the glue. Come on, stay. Nope, it didn't. Couldn't find my lid. So, yeah. The thing is, it is a wet glue, so you got to wait and give it enough time. So I think we're going to add a little trim to the bottom of this shirt. Just because I have all these colors and I can. So I'm going to snip off that little bit and add a little more glue so that the next color can go on. And now we're going to funk up their shirt. So and put this on. And this is a thinner yarn, so it does take a little more to wrap it.
Did you tell the story of the Guatemalan worry doll?
No, why don't you do that for me?
Well, I actually think it's kind of cool. From what we understand, it originated in Guatemala. And what would happen is people make the worry dolls, and it starts with like a parent makes one for a child. And then they can make them as they grow older as well for themselves. And when you have worries, what you do is you tell your worry to the doll, and then you put it underneath your pillow. Now, there's varying stories on how it works because some people, if they have severe worries or they stress out or something like that, they make their dolls and actually bury them, or there's other things that they do. But the common practice is, you make your little worry doll, and while you're making it, you tell it your worries. Or after you receive it, you tell it your worries, and then you can let them go. So it's a whole process of letting go. I just like the story.
It is pretty cool. So now I'm going to put yellow pants because I can.
You're a smidget off screen, Missy.
I'm going to wrap this.
Ooh,
not perfectly. And I'm making it kind of lumpy because I want to. Hi, Judy.
Hi, everybody. I didn't see how to start it.
Well, I'm almost done with this one, so I think I'm going to make another one.
Well, I got something started.
So I'm just going to wrap down, and I'm not worrying about how nice and neat I'm wrapping down because I'm going to wrap back up too. And that will fill in all my gaps and give him the lumpy bumpies that I think he needs to have. Because his legs are pretty skinny. There we go. So let's glue this down. My fingers are probably going to have to stay on this doll. I got little bits of glue everywhere. Snip this off, and I'm going to snip it a little longer. Oh, guess not. So
I'm going to show Judy real quick that, oh, I love how she's doing it with all three. So when you first make it, you can do it with one if you want to. And you can do it with three, how Judy's doing it. But you put your finger right in that hole.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And then you twist. And then to make the arms, you take this whole thing at your twist point, and then you find what length you want the arm to be. You bend it like that to make your arm on one side, then you push it back down. This is one side. And the other side. You can tell I love my worry dolls. Oh, one arm's a little shorter. When you make a mistake like that, it's no big deal. Then, Jean, did you twist your body?
I did. I think I twisted it a little bit longer because my little guy's kind of got the hip motion going here. But that's okay. I still like him. I'm going to make another one. I'm not going to put hair on this one because I don't think I want to.
Well, then don't.
That's what I was thinking. And I left my legs long, which are single, so I'm going to try it that way because we can do it.
This is how I remember it, not necessarily with what the rules are. So I suppose I could take a peek at the rules, but like that.
I don't have the rules. Where are the rules?
I emailed them. I forgot to put them in your package.
Oh, okay. Let me pull up my email on my phone.
All right.
There's rules? Are you serious?
Oh, I don't believe in rules. So,
So there's instructions.
Instructions. Yeah, that's better. All right. Jean, back on you. What are you winding down the legs, or are you doing another one of your bodies?
I'm doing the bodies, but I'm keeping it. I want to make this. This is Daddy.
Oh, that's cute.
And then this one's going to be the baby.
That's cute.
And there's third pipe cleaner, so I'll probably have a mama in here too.
Oh, I need some hair. Hey, look at those instructions. Those are cool. I need some hair.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
Funky hair.
Yeah, I'm going to be having some fun with this one.
Yeah, this one's not going to have any hair because it's a baby.
Oh no, this one's going to have some white hair.
Christy goes, Judy's going to make a life-size one.
Well, it's almost like that. Pretty big.
I love all the different sizes. I think it's cool, and I like that you gave them another option.
Okay, let's get some hair going. We're gonna make an elder woman worry doll with white hair. That might be me.
Oh, looky, if you can see this. I didn't wrap it all the way to the top for the baby. So that's his little bit of baby fuzzy hair sticking out the top.
That's cute.
I thought so. So there's my little baby. And let's glue
out my these printables were so beautiful.
Weren't they gorgeous?
Yes.
I already have an idea what I want to do with part of them. So
there we go.
I kind of like the baby just like this.
I know, right? It's almost like you leave him almost on a little naked baby.
Yep. Let's do a white. No, let's do black shirt. We have a thing at our house when the kids were little. They'd crawl out of the tub and they'd come in there with the towel wrapped around them. And I would say, oh, naked baby want to hold it. And they come running and let me hold them while they were naked in their towel. And it stuck. The grandkids now say that.
Okay. Okay, so getting some hair going on here.
My first instinct was to use embroidery floss for these. And I really, really like using the yarn.
I did a practice one before I made the kits. And on one of the practice ones, I ended up turning it into a cat. I just made little ears. I bent the little head up. So that's what I'm going to do with this one, is make this one a cat.
Well, in the original Worry Dolls, it is more of an embroidery floss that they use.
Yeah.
The Guatemalans.
Did you see some of the ones that look like almost micro crochet? The way that oh my gosh, there are some gorgeous styles out there. So literally, if you have a talent in anything, yarn, floss, ribbon, fibers, anything like that, make it your own. And I did decide to include, I don't know if I put it in this package yet, but actually, I think this one's bigger. Yeah, this one's 5x5, but almost all of them have a 4x4 piece of fabric in there. Because I thought you could just fold it, cut a hole in the top, put it over the head, and make some clothes, or however you wanted to make clothes out of a little bit of fabric.
I think I like the yarn much better because it's way faster. That instant gratification thing is important.
Yeah, the yarn definitely is faster than the other would be. All right.
I love it. I'm gonna make worry dolls for hours, I bet you. Oh, look, and he's even thick right through here because that's where his little diaper sits.
That's so cute.
All right, one more. Let's make this one the mama. And
I'm making the elder. You can make the mama and the baby. I'll make the elder for you.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing now.
I want to try something different, so I don't know what yet.
And just so everyone knows, I tried to give everyone a type of black and a type of white. That way they could have their contrast. And then these vary greatly from package to package.
Well, I can guarantee you there's more than enough to make all of the dolls.
Yeah. It's my rough count of 2 yards of one type and 1 yard of each of the other types.
Okay, so I'm going to do some speed wrapping here. Move those arms out of the way.
I didn't give myself scissors. Oh, smacks.
Well, my hubby took out the good pair because he's giving the dogs a haircut. Oh. I was burning fabric or paper today, so my hands are kind of yucky. It was just this spontaneous thing, so I just had to make this kit now. So Mama's just going to have a ponytail, a single ponytail.
Let us pretend I'm not using those scissors.
And if you don't have tacky glue, just Elmer's white glue will work. I have it out too, ready to go. Oh, I love the ponytail.
So how is the how are you using the glue?
I'm just putting a little bit of glue on there to keep it in place, and then a little bit at the end to hold it in place.
Oh, because I'm putting it up under, and just not knotting it off. That can be done too without glue.
That would be great. Great. Hair first.
So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Let me put it on the white paper.
I can put you on big screen real quick.
So I wrapped it from the head here all the way down, wrapped around the bodice, and then out and back, and then out and back. And now I'm in the back of her, and I'm going to take and if I had a crochet hook, it'd be easier, but I'm going to loosen this up a little bit, and I'm going to stick this under here and catch it with this big old needle and bring it through. Just kind of hook it through, sort of. Yeah, it's a little tricky, but I'm sure you can do it. Let me see. I want to get up under there without poking myself with the end of the needle. There we go. There we go.
My constant challenge with needles.
Yeah. So now I did that, and I'm going to tie it off in a knot. And then it'll be hidden by the next group of colors that I use.
Hi, Laura. Judy.
Hi.
Laura says hello.
Hi, I'm not watching.
That's really cute.
I'm not seeing anybody. Let me go to comments and see who's commenting. Because hi everybody. I'm not on Facebook, so I'm only on. So I see Arlene and Christy and Candy, and who is the artful dabbler?
That's Tori.
Tori. Hi, Tori. And there is
Roy.
There's Roy.
We could do a Where in the World is Roy?
He just said he was getting his teeth done.
Okay. Hi, Roy.
Did anybody do the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Or no?
What is that?
Look at mine.
It's a game.
That's the face, but the way it wrapped, it looks like Santa with the red
I was just going to say that you've got a blonde Santa going.
Oh, that's cool. You could make a Santa, and instead of being a worry doll, you could stick it under your pillow and tell Santa all of what you want. And then, so they don't have to be a worry doll. They could be a good thought doll. Maybe you want to say, this is my friend Karen. She was having a bad day, so I'm going to send her well wishes and put it under my pillow. Maybe your well wishes will come true. Maybe we'll start a whole new fad.
It
could be a grateful doll. You tell a little doll all the things you're grateful for every day.
Yeah, that would work too. I'm going to grab some. I'm going to grab a scrap so I can have a skirt.
Oh my gosh, my printer's finally done printing. I'm sorry for the noise, but you know, when you're making these rules, and I'm making 69 of these packs, 69 times 4 pages front and back is not just a couple pieces of paper. So it just finished.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I chose a yarn and I came right to the very end.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I found some scraps. Let's see. Ooh, I like that one.
So I'm going to make her shirt out of 2 different ones because I just don't like the weight of one of her arms.
You know, I think I'm going to sit and make a bunch more of these. That way every artist can have one of these in a future pack. Did y'all hear about the shoes yet? I'm so excited about that. I can't even tell you.
Shoes.
I purchased a whole boatload of Converse, a boatload of them. And it's essentially 2 pallets of shoes I'm going to pick up on Monday. And we'll be sorting them by size. Hopefully I have, and it's randomly purchased because I bought them all at a discount. So I don't know what all sizes are coming in, but I can't wait to see. I just can't wait to see all the different shoes. I've seen pictures so far because someone picked them up on my behalf or took delivery on my behalf. But yeah, so that's going to be a future project where people are decorating their Converse shoes however they so choose.
Cool.
Okay. That's
They'll
not
have a whole pair or just one shoe?
a whole pair. That's why I'm trying to send it in a size they'll wear. That way it becomes a usable project.
Cool.
You know, we're having fun when we all go quiet.
Yeah, really.
It's like good food when you're eating dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't wait either, Laura. $20. Roy says $20 bills take a long time on my printer as well. They must be perfect. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. I would fail at that task because I can never line things up to print perfectly on the front and back if I try to do it intentionally. Oh my gosh, I don't know why.
Uh-oh, there goes my dogs barking at something.
So just to show you how easy this is, we have been on for 33 minutes and 9 seconds, and I have made 3 worry dolls.
Awesome for you.
Laura, I have this live on my channel and I have it live on the dAFi channel.
Yep.
So maybe you're not in the one where everybody else is.
Oh, I didn't even think about how chat works when we do it on multiple channels.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right. 33 minutes it took me to make my little family.
Oh, you're Speedy Gonzalez. I'm still working on my first one.
Dad, mommy, baby.
And you have a giant elder, so you'll be there for a while.
Right. That's right. She's getting there. She's getting there.
I have to give her a little
I'm
hair.
trying to do her without any glue. I may finish with glue just on the knots.
I like that challenge.
Now, this one here, the wires sticking out are pokey because I didn't fold them. So I'm taking my scissors and using them like a pair of pliers and bending them up so the pokies don't feel, you don't feel the pokies. It doesn't hurt your scissors. It doesn't hurt your, doesn't cut if you don't put a lot of pressure. So there we go. He's dancing. She's relaxing. And he's sleeping. How fun. So can I play with the canvas now?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I already know one thing I want to do. Maybe two. This is first. All right. And I'm going to cut these out. I don't know which two I like best. I think I like these two. So that's the two I'm going to use.
Trying to figure out how not to give her a little pink butt. I got it covered. So the reason we don't wrap it all the way past the toes, in case anybody's wondering about that, is because it's more likely to unravel if it starts to pull off the toes or the fingertips.
Unless you double wrap it. You wrap up down one way and then back up the other way. And that's what I did.
Actually, that's what I'm doing with her little body, although I made her legs too short by doing it that way.
Okay. There she is.
My permanent challenge, she's non-proportional.
Are you proportional?
On some days. I'm just going to squish her head and make her more proportional. I made her head too big. She can't walk through the door. She's got such a big head. There we go. Finding my good spot to tuck it in there.
So what I did is I cut out the two tags and left them intact and then folded them to make a book cover. And then one of the sheets, I folded it to fit in here more or less. And now I'm going to make it a page. And I'm going to put it in here and use a pencil to draw around that.
Oh my goodness, a glue stick works. I just tried the glue stick by feathering out the end of this.
Okay, here's my little worry lady, my worry doll.
I want to see her. Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Yep. She's got her little dress going on.
Oh my gosh, she's adorable.
Little dress going on. Cute. Okay.
There we go. Well, you're doing a tag booklet. How cute is that?
Yep.
Okay, so for the ones where I run out of the tubes of glue, I'm going to put in the glue stick because the glue stick worked. And then that way they can choose to do it like Judy does it without any glue at all. Like Jean does it with a liquid glue, or like I do it with a glue stick. I'm excited about that. That makes me happy. I was stressing about not having enough of the liquid glue. I thought I had 35 more.
Just as a hint, though, I found that it does loosen at the bottom of the legs and the feet. Even though it's wrapped tight, it loosened up a little bit. So I'll put a little dab of glue on the very end, and that'll hold it together. Just on the very end of each of the hands and the feet. Just a tad. So there she is. She's done. So what else are we doing?
The paper.
What about paper?
So whatever you think you want to do with that paper set, there's a canvas board that comes in with it.
Yeah.
Use it or not use it.
This big canvas board? This big one?
Yeah, that one's a 9 by 12. Decided to this month.
Let me see what I got here. Let's look.
Wow, that turned out pretty even with even hand cutting.
Those are pretty tags. Those are pretty tags.
It is a gorgeous set.
Yeah, I'm saving those babies. All right.
So I cut my tags out as a booklet, just 2 of them, and took 2 pieces of paper and cut them to fit inside. And I'm going to use this yellow because it matches good. And I'm just going to tie it as a signature. So then you could use this card as a little booklet that you carry in your purse and write things on, or you could even make it a greeting card.
So are we using only what's in the kit?
As much as you can.
As much as we can. Okay.
That's why I cut these all by hand instead of my paper cutter.
And we can use the yarn.
Yep.
Okay.
This is really cute.
I like
this a lot. All right, I still got paper left.
What kind of glue will come with this so I can use that same glue?
It will either be a wet glue, like a PVA glue, the Eileen's Tacky, or glue stick. It can be either.
Or a stick?
Yeah, or a stick.
Okay.
And for the ones getting the stick, I always do 2 because I just feel like you need 2.
Yeah.
I like this size of canvas.
Are these printed with inkjet or with the other?
Inkjet.
It's inkjet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, my first little lady is done.
Awesome.
Oh, she's like me. She's always got a hair sticking up.
That's me too. Just got a haircut and it's shorter than I wanted, so got some sticky uppies. But it's hair. It grows back.
I have to tell you, the way this fiber looks, it almost looks like white threads, the way that it comes down. It's kind of cute. So I have to tell you, when I just went on my trip to watch the rocket launch, I felt like a 5-year-old kid. I bet
you that was exciting.
It really was. And I had no idea that they actually do, like when you're sitting in the stands, they do the whole check, blah, 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 check, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. I had no idea. It was the first time I ever watched one launch, and I was just over the moon. No pun intended.
That's fun.
It was.
So what I'm doing is, because I'm not thinking very fast on my feet, I'm just going to do a collage. Something that I do a lot of. So I'm going to do a collage and do some not fussy cutting. This could be fussy cutting, but not for me. This is my fussy cutting, Red. So I'm just going to kind of piece it all together and lay it down. And
I can't find my old toothbrush, so I'm going to see if this works. Now I need an old toothbrush. I'll be right back. Easier if it's like a wire brush or something.
what are you using the wire brush? Oh, on your
On the hair.
yeah.
It would be easier if I knew where the wire brush was.
Yeah.
I tried it with a comb, and yeah, that's not going to work. This reminds me of being a kid and having to brush my hair from the bottom up.
Yeah.
Clearly, our conditioner works better nowadays than they used to.
So I'm having fun just ripping away. Here. Okay, I am ready to glue down this part. So I'm going to use a glue stick. So if they're going to do a glue stick on this kind of a panel, it's going to take a lot of the stick to do this. So they may want to use like an Elmer's or whatever kind of liquid glue if they're going to do a collage.
So 2 sticks you don't think is enough for the size of that collage?
This size of a stick? This size?
Yeah.
If they're sparing with it, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'll do 3 sticks this month then. And then half the people will be getting liquid, so that'll be fine.
Yeah, liquid's going to do real well.
Yeah.
I just don't have a liquid that matches what you're going to be wanting to use with them. Like, because what liquid would you use? The Eileen?
Eileen's tacky, like what Jean has, except with a pointy nose.
Yeah, I don't have Eileen's tacky.
This one had a pointy nose, but I had this from another bottle, so I just switched it over. Keep doing that so that it is ready to go for me.
All right, I regret the white hair with the white body thing.
Oh, really?
That's okay.
I love the white hair.
That's okay. I am just going to change her face when I'm done. Make that skirt instead. I didn't leave myself much for this one. So it'll be a pair of shorts now.
So a lot of times when I want to spread glue, I use a credit card or key card or something like that. But not everyone has one. And of course, you don't want to use your credit card that you use every once in a while.
No.
So I just reached over in the trash and found a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard works. I was just going to say, piece of cardboard works great.
Arlene, could you post that in Defies Angels, please?
We can add you after in Defies Angels.
So we're doing this as a demonstration for the hardest?
Well, these are for the happy packs, but I'm going to put the worry dolls in a hardest kit coming up.
Okay.
The hard part for me, and you guys are going to laugh at this, but the hard part for me was untangling the darn yarn when I separated out a yarn person. That was quite the battle. Okay, this one looks a little funny. I think I'm going to go with the fabric this time.
Oh, I'm wearing glue. Well,
I was going to try to avoid fussy cutting, but I really want to fussy cut this butterfly. So I'm going to do a quick fussy cut.
thank you, Arlene. Joy, you should be able to see it in the Defies Angels. It's really cute.
Okay. This is real.
A lot of the folks will also have, oh, what was that stitching? The slow stitch kit? So they'll have little needles and different little fabrics to use from their slow stitch kits if they still have some left over. So I was reading on one company's website that they used to give worry dolls away as a thank you for donors over $25. And it was a Guatemalan charity.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute. Thank you. There's There's my 2. The other one will be a cat.
Will be a cat?
It'll be a cat, yeah. Oh, I don't have enough stuff for it, so I guess I'm just going to use one.
Okay, let's see what else I got.
Been better with the black fibers, but there's my silly little cat. It's a little tail. Right. Now to the printables. These would make the sweetest gifts to someone. Like in a get well soon package. Or someone going through something.
Okay. I removed the butterfly that I'd put down. I could do it real quickly because the glue that I use is real sticky. So I was able to lift it carefully because I want to put something here. So I removed it, and I'm going to put something else there and then put the butterfly on it. But I had to remove the butterfly because I don't want that to stick out. So it's always better not to glue something down until you're absolutely sure that's where you want it.
For those of you wondering what the paper pack with, this one is from Junk with Steph, and it's called Evening Flutters.
And it's so pretty.
It is. I definitely need to get my scissors, so I'm going to run up and down the stairs real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm not really fussy cutting. I'm fussy tearing.
That's what I did. I fussy cut only this butterfly, but then mainly I'm fussy tearing.
Got a couple pieces of junk mail. I figure most people have junk mail. Don't run with okay, good point. I wasn't running. Look at how pretty this junk mail is. Like, how cool is that? Wish they all came out that cool. It's the shoe store, though. This one. Oh, this junk mail came with stickers. What more could you want?
I'm kind of liking this.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a
collage too?
collage.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm doing a bigger piece collage, and I don't usually do that. I usually use smaller pieces, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it I really am enjoying. So
Yeah.
I love the concept of taking something and making it. I mean, you know, it's kind of in the design of a junk journal and turning it into the design of something else.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot.
Is Laura still here?
I don't know. Laura!
Well, Laura, Witchy Laura is the one who does all the printing. And this month must have felt like a vacation because she only had to do 69 of them, because in the media mail for the hardest this month, technically printables don't count as media mail. And so can you imagine 69 times 10, 690 sheets of printables is a vacation.
Wow.
I know, right?
Enjoy, Joy. That's a mouthful.
Oh, enjoy that one.
Ooh, I'd like to go for a ride. One of my goals has been to work looser instead of being so detailed. As you all know, a lot of my painting and a lot of my work with my dolls and my painting is quite detailed work. And so I really wanted to be a little more looser. So doing this type of collage gives you a nice feel. And be a little bit looser with what you're doing. Give yourself a little bit of leeway. Just cut it and tear it, you know, tear out your design rather than cutting and trying to be so fussy with it. Like I said, the only fussy thing that I did was the butterfly. So yeah, I really like the, let's see. I think I want to have that come down there.
You know what I love is that it's almost like a matched series with people using the same papers, but everyone's would be so vastly different from person to person, you know?
Right. Now, for those who are doing this that have inks, if you have inks, you could ink each individual section that you cut out so that it really stands out. I'm not going to do that because not everyone's going to have ink, but I'm going to do some graphite, which is pencil. And so that it'll darken the edges and give it and make it pop a little bit. At least that's my goal. So I think I have most everything latched down now. I don't know. Need something over here in this corner. What do I need? What do I need?
And for anyone who's a Happy Pack watcher, if you don't have scissors yet, then please make sure you let us know via email. My card is in there. My email's on the card every time. And I'll make sure we get a pair to you. And part of why that happens for those of you who watch is that we have, of the 69 Happy Packers, we have 50 that we mail every month, but there's 300 people in that group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that means they only get a Happy Pack twice a year instead of 300 out of that group every month.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why I can't include every supply every month, but I also am not doing a good job of keeping track of which months are getting which products.
Right.
So if they need something that I would consider a basic, I should have like a little basic list form they can fill out with their address and provide it.
Oh, okay. So this is a Happy Pack that what we're working on now is a Happy Pack that goes out to about 60 people.
69.
69.
Well, yeah. And so I make 69 a month simply because one of the groups has 120 and one of the groups has 300, and I couldn't in December add 420 all at once.
Right.
So I had to come up with a solution, and that's how the Happy Packs were born.
Okay, cool. All right. So I did have to fussy cut one more thing. So I fussy cut this tag. This was on a cardstock. So I fussy cut this tag to add to this corner because the corner is kind of bare and I just need something there. Okay, now let's see what I'm going to do with the pencil. Which pencil shall I use? Something that everybody has if I have one. Not a fancy pencil. Let me just find a
While you're looking for that pencil, were you asking on the laser versus whatever it's called?
Inkjet.
Inkjet? Were you looking for that to find out whether or not it could be waterproof?
Yes. Yes. And even though that this is inkjet, I still could paint over this if I was very careful. And I still could glaze over this if I was very careful and didn't wet it too much. It might blend it a little bit more. But the other thing I could do is I could have, at this point, for anyone who would like to move further, and if they have more art supplies, you could put a light coat of white gesso on this. Just kind of stick some white gesso on it, rub it on here, rub the white gesso off, and you'd have kind of a soft look. And then you could do another whole layer of different things. So this could grow and grow and grow more. But so, you know, you can grow this however you want. And unfortunately, I can't seem to find a, you know, like a number 2 pencil that y'all know what a number 2 pencil is. I can't seem to find one. So I'm going to have to use one of my drawing pencils, which will be the same. My 2B, where's my 2B? 2B is similar to a number 2 pencil. Let me find my 2B.
To be or not to be, that's what we're looking
for. To be or not to be. So here is my 2B pencil, and I have a nice sharp edge. So I'm going to see what happens when I just go on the edge and darken just a little bit, just to kind of give it some depth. And it's not dry totally, so it might not be as much as I want it to be. And you can smear it a little bit. Shading, move in there, get some shading. Oop, there's some loose, that's okay. Just want to give it some depth without you having to go and buy something to do this with. Now, if you have charcoal or you have chalk, you could use chalk on this. Your ink would have worked fine.
Most everybody should have a black Sharpie as well by now.
Yeah, well, a black Sharpie's good if you want it to be like, hello, here I am, done. So I definitely want this little butterfly to come out a little bit. He needs to be a little bit more defined. And you'll find when you do this, the texture of the canvas will come through.
Which I love.
Yeah. My suggestion, though, is wait until your piece is dry, because this works better if the piece isn't wet. So I want my little antlers to be more defined. So I'm going to actually draw those right back in. In fact, I'm just going to draw out this little butterfly because I want him to be more defined. I'm going to make him look sketchy. Ooh, he's a sketchy butterfly.
Jean, are you using a Stabilo or something like that?
No, I'm using a pencil.
Yeah, Stabilo would have been really nice too. But this works. Okay, so let me go back through.
So clearly the junk mail was reading my mind, because Stabilos are in my email. Say that huge bulk order of Stabilos. I think that's funny that we're talking about it while that's in my junk mail.
I love Stabilo. Okay, so I'm going through and I'm taking my pencil now and I'm just defining things that I really want to pop out. It's not very much. This is a very neutral piece. So it doesn't really pop out too much, but just enough to where it gives a little definition and not so. Now, if you did this with a crayon or something darker, it would look very, very good too. I was thinking about, you know, if I had my, if I were doing this of my own, I would probably use a water soluble crayon to work on some of this. But as you can see, it's given a little bit of definition to what I'm doing, just with the pencil. To have all these light flower petals, and they look so light, and I want to bring them out just a bit. So I haven't got to the big one here, but I'm gonna work on that too with my pencil. I might do a little more shading in that. Just giving this more definition as we go. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so let me give this much more definition. Let me put this.
Everybody's so quiet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I really like the way that defined it.
It does. It makes it all pop forward.
So another thing that could be done here is if you have colored pencils, you could do colored pencils over top of this, and you get definitely some nice definition with colored pencils.
You know what's crazy is I don't think that I've done that yet, where I've shipped a bunch of colored pencils out to everyone. I do need to do that.
Yeah.
Because that should be one of the easy basics. Jean, I don't even think we have that on our basics list, do we?
No.
We should.
Yeah, this definitely would be so pretty with
the colored pencils. I mean, back on that, I use that too, just in general when I'm doodling. Like, because sometimes you don't want your shadow to be, you know, black or white or charcoal. You want your shadow to be the opposite color.
Right.
On the color wheel, you know. Or at least I do that when I play sometimes.
So I'm doing some cross hatching over here in the corners because I want the corners a little bit darker. So I'm cross hatching. So, and that's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth one way, and then going back and forth the other way. And that way it darkens the corners and gives you that depth. I'm going to do that on each corner. Since I'm doing this old school with just pencil, I would have done this with a different medium. I would have used ink or paint would have done well on this.
Yeah, everybody should have a little bit of paint too, so they can top these with different paints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's so funny. My brain is just full on reprimanding myself for not having colored pencils as a staple.
Oh, it's okay. Color pencils will come.
Yeah.
There's so much that can be done. Artists, it can be, I mean, look, we're just using a number 2 pencil and sure, color pencils would be great, but we don't have them. We use what we got, and here we go. We got it. We're getting that definition and some depth there. And, you know, I smooth it out a little bit so it gets more of a soft, and then I need to make sure these corners are tied down. Cool. All right. This little guy needs some help. Okay. All right, let's take a look at some fiber and see if we want to add fiber. I don't know if I want to add any fiber. I don't know. That's kind of blendy.
I'm calling mine done. I'm happy with it.
No, it's so pretty.
I scribbled on it, but I like that, so just lightly. It gives the background something else.
Yeah, I think
Let me zoom in on you're done.
I think I want a little bit of fiber right there.
You know, it reminds me of like those messy gardens that are so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
I did have to cut out extra butterflies because I did 2, and then I decided it needed 3 because it was off balance in my eyes. So, and then the flowers just kind of went. So I traipsed them off from corner to corner.
I love how she chose some flowers that look like butterflies. Do you notice that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm going to zoom on mine for a second. The same thing. So like, here's the butterfly. And doesn't that flower remind you of the shape of a butterfly?
Uh-huh.
It's gorgeous. I don't think I'm going to end up doing this whole thing. Just doing like a little mini.
And I still have supplies left.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think that's one of the nice things about having the extras is you can decide to make something else out of it, you know?
So with one kit, I made a canvas, 3 worry dolls, and a little booklet to carry in my purse. And I could make more worry dolls, and I could make another collage or another book.
Yeah.
See what's left. And of course, I saved all my little pieces.
Oh yeah, they're all piled up over here. Mine are all piled up over here. So I added just a little touch of fiber to mine. I wanted just a touch of fiber. And so I'm calling mine done too. I would have preferred, because I use the pencil on this, the 2B pencil, which is like a number 2 pencil. I would have preferred to have my outlines darker. So if you choose to do your outlines a little bit darker than what I did, see, I shadowed this with pencil. But if you choose to do your outlines a little bit darker, I would use ink or a crayon. You could even use a crayon. But I just put a little bit of fiber here on the side. This piece of fiber seemed to go real well. And yeah, I'm calling it done too.
How cute. I love that.
So, and I'm slow. I'm not a fast worker, but I got a little worry doll. Got my little worry doll, and I got enough to do. I could do another worry doll, and I could do more with all this. I still have lots more paper and all my scrappies, all right here, all my scrappies. So I have a lot more that I could do with this kit. So yeah, this is fun.
Well, I'm glad you guys hung out with me and made this today. Thank you.
Yeah.
Or I should say we hung out with Jean and made it.
Yeah. Oh, we're on Jean's thing.
It's on Jean's and on the dAFi channel at the same time.
Oh, okay, cool.
So when I'm done, it's done. I don't have to do anything else to it.
No, I just added to the playlist for the Happy Packs.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I don't know about these things because, as you know, I just join you on YouTube whenever someone has a party and I want to come. So,
Just a party animal, Judy.
huh?
You're just a party animal.
I am. So I was doing a couple little sketchy girls, and so I was working on my sketchy girl here. So she's kind of sketchy looking. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. Working on some.
Your ladies are so fabulous. They are just absolutely so fabulous.
I try. They're fun to do.
They have such personality.
You know, it's funny because I have friends who do sketchy girls too, and I've seen them and I really like their work. And you know, it's weird. You develop your own person, your own style. Mm-hmm. So now I can look at my friend's stuff and I go, oh, I know who did that one. And they can look at mine and go, oh, that's one of Judy's. You know, and I never realized that I had that until just recently when someone said, oh, I can look at one of yours and know it's yours. And I said, how do you know? It's really kind of cool.
I think it's fabulous. I think it's fabulous when somebody has their own style. You know, I struggle with a style. My style's all over the map. And so it's a huge compliment to have a style, I think.
It took 2 years to really, really try to get that. My camera's going crazy. You want to take me off of full screen here?
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, because my camera's not happy. And it's bouncing and it doesn't like, I don't know what it doesn't like. It's weird.
I just wanted to share a little tip. I cut out one of the tabs and I want to put it on this, but because I don't want it so too flimsy, because it might be in my purse, I just glued a piece of cardstock scrap on there.
Yeah. Oh, good.
In between it, so now it's a nice firm tab.
Cool.
I mean, you know, that's just another way to use up every bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I've had it to where I go on trips and I don't bring any cardstock, and so I just layer my thin collage type paper, multiple layers, and just keep gluing it until I like the thickness.
Yeah, that works too.
And as you can tell, I use the glue top lid to burnish stuff together. Oh my gosh, I do that more often than grabbing my whatever you call it.
I agree.
All right, this one's now a pretty little envelope.
Awesome. Okay, I got cute little fibers for my fiber container. I don't know about y'all, I keep a fiber container. I'm sure you guys do. I keep a fiber scrap container, and I keep a scrap for all my little scraps. They'll go in my bin. So, and I try to keep them color coordinated, so that if I need something that's all blues, I don't have to dig through a big old bin of all different colors. I have a bin of blues and a bin of greens.
I find it therapeutic sometimes to actually go in and make the fibers ordered by color. So it'll be like my brain time of just unplugging for a second when I do that. I still can't believe how cute this junk mail is.
Arlene asked, I'm way behind on chat, I haven't even looked, but she asked if that was going to be a background. The collage that I did is going to be a black background. This could be fine for if you guys, you want to do it and leave it. But after the camera's done, I'm going to do this in another, I'm going to make this into a multimedia project.
Oh,
so this is my first layer. And so I'll tell you what I'm going to do is this is my first layer. Now, once the camera's gone, once we're done, and this will be fine by itself if you wanted to do that. But for me, I'm going to take it to a different level, and I'm going to do a second layer. I'm going to do gesso over top of it, white gesso, and some of this will be totally masked out to where you won't really be able to see it. Other will be like filmy and soft and real not. And then there'll be a second layer of something, and I'll do some texture and some fabrics. I've got some fabrics that kind of match these tones. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm doing a whole study on texture and like I said, I'm trying to loosen up. So this is kind of tight, but if I take it to the next level, I'll go into a looser look and I'll get some nice texture and raised things. So that's what I'm going to take this further, Arlene, so that's what I'm going to do.
One of the challenges I personally have is one, I'm too hard on myself when I create anything. And so I need to just accept that it's looking good and that it is what it is, and it's all about the process. And then the other thing for me personally is I like to just let it be and then go play with it later. And so when I'm done with this one, I'll probably just let it be for a while, and then another day come back and play with it.
A lot of times our inner critic is so harsh on us that it doesn't let us do our art. There is a time in our lives when we're kids where we're taught that we have to follow the rules and stay in the lines and write on the lines and do all the things that we're supposed to do when we're in elementary school. And so we lose the artistic part of us that we had until about 7 or 8. And about when we get to 7 or 8, we start having to follow all the rules of school and learning all the things about writing and reading and following directions. And so we lose some of the creativity. And then comes the peer pressure and the teachers telling you, oh, you're not doing that right. Kids are saying, aha, look at that, it looks wonky. So then comes the peer pressure, then those live in our brains. They stay, those comments, those beliefs stay in our brain as we turn into adults. And we have to learn how to turn those off. And the best way to do that is just do what you do and accept it and move on. And don't work for perfectionism. It's impossible. But it's easier said than done.
Yeah. I think that one of the, and I'm sure that you guys probably know this, and I know I've said this before, but for anybody who's new at this, the science of crafting or creating is not always the finished product. And we tend to judge ourselves by the finished product. When we start to see ourselves as the act of creating is the product, the actual making of the thing is what we're looking for, then we're attaining what we're looking for, because that's where your brain actually lets you release those endorphins, increase your dopamine, or however you say dopamine, and so what happens is it is just like your body feeding itself its own positive chemicals while you're creating.
Right. Well, the other thing is until we're about 5 or 6, we only care about the process. We don't care about the final product. Maybe sometimes nowadays children sometimes seem to be more sophisticated, and schools are a little bit more structured. But in early childhood, it is about the process. It is never about the product.
Yeah.
And it is when our parents demanded product from us. Oh, the cute little paper plate pumpkin. Oh, it doesn't look like a pumpkin. What is it? Then that destroys a child's belief in what they made. They saw a pumpkin, and they did what they thought was a pumpkin. So what if it's purple and has, green eyes or eyes aren't even there? Whatever. It's still to them, it's not it wasn't the product at all. It was the process of making it and what they did. So yeah, we need to almost go back to when we were children, young children, and then just follow that process and just let it be whatever it's going to be.
Crafting, where part of why we have all three of us making these, some people who've never created before, it's good to have some guidelines or some rules, but you don't have to hold yourself just to those rules. So having the three of us on here making our worry dolls just a little bit different in each case,
yes,
helps you guys see that you don't have to do it exactly like ours. You do it the way you feel like making it while you're making it. That's the artistic process. Yeah. And part of making those choices is the positive. Oh my gosh, how perfectly did that match?
That's so cool. I'm sitting here, and if I'm going to sit here and chat, I can do something while we chat.
Oh, you can do anything while we chat.
Yeah.
I said you can definitely create anything while we sit here and chat.
I'm not good at double doing that. I have to think while I'm creating. So that's why I'm not good with YouTube a lot, and I don't do it on my own. It's because I can't chat with everybody while I'm working.
I totally miss the chat most of the time. When we're doing things. And
because then I don't chat really when I'm talking. So, oh well.
Jean, if we're going to stream it on multiple channels in the future, maybe what we do is we have someone in the background who reads the chat. That way the people in the chat who comment on one channel can hear what they said.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Do we see everything from both channels?
We see them, yeah. But it was a good test on seeing it on multiple faces. I think it's the first time we did that.
Oh, that's good.
So my book is growing.
It's growing.
I fussy cut a butterfly and put it in the middle. But I think we need another page. And I was going to try not to use this so I could use it in something else, but I guess we'll use it in here. And I didn't even use my fabric yet.
Oh my gosh.
Yet.
Expectations you're setting on yourself.
No, I didn't have fabric in my kit.
Oh,
I
that's because I decided this morning to add a piece of fabric.
Well, but I added the fabric. I did add fabric. So there is fabric. It wasn't in the kit. So what is it? A square, like a 4-inch square?
Yeah, it's a 4-inch square.
Okay, so I used a little bit of that.
Well, I just grabbed one so that I had the kit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. I'm using one of the 69 because I didn't do a good job of making one for myself. So I'm going to have to do another printable here pretty soon. Am I the only one who just really loves the sound of cutting and tearing of paper?
Oh, I love it.
I like it. It's the only thing that I can hear over. I mean, it lets me hear something over the constant ringing. So.
Oh, you have tinnitus?
I have something.
Oh, boy.
It's been almost 3 months or 2 months now.
Oh, boy.
That would be a lot.
It's a lot to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having music on all the time, so that helps.
That's good.
It's funny that you say that because with the migraine, I have certain sounds I can't handle. But if I add music over the sound, I can handle it a little bit better. So it's obvious that my brain has to focus on something else.
Hi, Angela and Arlene. Yes, we are test driving the kits, but we are showing how to use them. So, and we have enough different ways that anybody who says, well, I can't do that. Well, then do it this way or try this way. You know, there is no right or wrong.
Yep.
I
No
love
right
my
or wrong.
now. And you know what? I think that the back sides of my pages need lines. So I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to make me some lines.
That's funny because earlier I was thinking the backside of my pages need dots.
I ain't sitting and making dots. Ruler, the extent of it. Grid would be cool too. Oh, poop.
The only thing different between me crafting live on these things and crafting quietly is I have more cuss words when I'm crafting quietly.
Did you hear me say poop? See, none of my pencils have erasers.
No.
Because I don't use them enough, and then the erasers get hard and yucky. So I have to dig around now for an eraser because my line messed up.
Okay. So that will do that and that. Okay.
Stuck on what I want this to be. I literally am about to be out of, I had bought 2 cases of reams and I opened my last paper pack today.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I have to order some more. But I am going to move it from this 20-pound paper to a higher pound paper, except personally, I love the thinner paper for when doing collage.
24-pound is good too. It's just a little bit higher than this, but not as bad. It's nice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to move to the 24 pounds. Just
Didn't you get some 24-pound recently?
No, not yet.
You should have.
Nope.
I ordered it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I need to check my boxes. Make sure I didn't mess up and put it with the cardstock.
We know I can't have a blank page, so we're just going to have to decorate the pages. Hi, Tina. I need one of those, Arlene.
A battery-operated eraser? That's interesting.
I've never heard of that.
Okay, I'm going to try something different. I don't know if it's going to work. We shall see. Y'all ready?
I personally like the challenge of using strictly the kit. And I have fought the urge to pick up my paper cutter. And I have fought the urge to pick up my ink.
Yeah, me too. I fought the urge to pick up all the stuff that, oh, I know I could do this. That's why I chose the pencil and just plain old glue. And did need to have a pair of scissors though. So.
And this, yeah, that everybody should have those. That's why I said earlier, if they don't have them, then they need to let me know. In the science of marketing, they actually say that humans are happier when they have a limited number of choices versus unlimited choices.
That is true. I know that in the science of psychology, that's true also. Helps reduce anxiety.
Yeah. Too many choices and it becomes too much.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm using one of those tabs too, and I'm taking the edge of the white cardstock, and I'm having to do 2 pieces. So I'll just trim it up and take two of these. And that way I'll have.
I did a baby collage in the corner of one of my pages.
Aww. Okay, so I'm going to just take this and just use this little bit of scrap for what I need it for. And then we'll be good. And then I'll glue it together.
I struggle with the urge to make everything a book. I see a stack of papers, I see things, and I'm like, oh, I want to make a book. Everything goes that way.
I have been tearing books up. I have a big tub sitting beside my chair. Just tearing a book up.
That is therapeutic, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I moved away from making books, and I miss it every so often, but it's still good. I mean, I love making books. So I'm making a little mini tablet here. So back to the glue. I'm going to glue this on cardstock.
And I get the question, or people get the question often, often, well, what are you going to do with that when you're done? The answer is whatever you please. It's just whatever you want to do. Do you guys get that on your panels?
That's a process question.
Yeah.
That's a finished product. What are you going to do with it? Well, I'm just doing it because I want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's see if my idea works.
So now I'm using, it's not a Sharpie. That's what I would use if I wasn't too lazy to get up off my butt and go get them. But it's the same concept because the page was too wide. I need to tie my string tighter.
Is your string wound too tight?
Nope, it's not tight enough. I need to get more.
It wound too tight.
I think we'll do a knot instead of a bow and maybe it'll stay. Oh my goodness. Here, could you put your finger right here for me?
Yeah, here you go. Right there.
Yeah, that'll work.
See you later, Roy.
Bye, Roy.
Bye.
For the love of an early afternoon nap. Just late. Yesterday, I took a nap, but at the worst of times. It was like right after dinner.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah. I want to say it was, I don't even remember what time it was. And it was a full 2 hours, which again, a little bit dangerous. Just like, whoops.
Well,
Thank you, Arlene. I wrote it down. Yeah, I thought about taking a nap, but I had wine instead.
That's a good solution.
Yeah, I was happy. I also went to bed early.
This little thing is meant to go on a Rolodex. It's one of those little Rolodex things. This would be cute as like a template for a, if you had a bunch of index cards. We could introduce folks to the index card a day thing. That would be affordable to get everybody a bunch of index cards.
Mm-hmm.
I know for anyone who had one or more kids, you know, I used to say you multiply anything by 4 and it's a lot of money.
yeah.
With the foundation, you multiply anything times the number of artists and happy packers. It's a lot. And so, I mean, we're sitting here trying to figure out what the right way to, you know, buy this craft, buy this product, combined with the donation stuff, because the donations are random, right? And so the hardest packages are a little bit more random than the happy packers. But we've been talking for a while about eventually next year, maybe we'll be making some changes where we're going to start to blend the two because of the rate that we're growing with so many artists. I think I went off of what I was originally talking about, but that's what my brain does.
That's okay.
Well, I couldn't get my idea right, but that's okay. So I made a little notepad.
Junk mail, some of them.
The issue is I wanted to have a tab to where the note was like a matchbox to where it kind of just went in like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do it without staples.
Oh, the Matchbox part, huh?
Yeah, I can't do it without staples.
Well, then do it with staples because there's got to be an affordable way for us to eventually do staplers. The ones at the Dollar Tree, as much as I love Dollar Tree for so many things, I bought a whole horde of them, but had to return because more of them didn't work than did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I rarely return stuff, so that's when you know it's a big deal.
Well, the key is now that I've tied it, I may not be able to do it with stapler unless I fold it down differently.
All of our bags go out once a month, Gail.
Just not on the same day every month.
Oh no. Sometimes they go out twice in 1 month.
I've had it to where on 1 month, let's just pretend the last day of the month was the 31st, right? I've had it to where the bags went out on the 30th and the 31st, and then the next month was already ready, and it goes out on like the 4th or 5th. Because some months are so much more difficult than other months. All right. I'm going to leave that because I think that'll eventually have some text on it somewhere. This stuff goes inside here. All right, we'll let that dry. Does this even fit in here? That would be so cool if I made it that way. Nope, but does this one fit in here? Oh, so close, but not. See, this is the difference between gluing it on the edges here and doing the wraparound. It's because on the wraparound, you can get it all the way to the edge. It looks like it so should fit in there. My fingers are a little gluey.
But Arlene, did you enjoy the book?
At 5 a.m. Yeah, the reader's hangover. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right, I need a pen. Whatever pen or pencil or whatever is on anybody's desk. I feel like.
Here.
Thank you.
What's the least I can do? You gave me a finger earlier.
At least it was the right finger.
A finger, not the finger.
Oh, a finger. There we go. You know, you fit right in there. I'm just going to leave you be.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I did. It's done. I'm not going to embellish it and be crazy like Jupiter. I ain't got time for that.
You see, I haven't done this for a long time, so this is like
Play.
Yeah.
You know, that is one of the benefits of doing these happy packs every once in a while is it's playtime.
Yeah.
Put you here.
So there's my Matchbox notepad.
That is cute. Oh my gosh.
So I just tore this piece and put it on here. It reminds me of a chicken.
It does look like a chicken.
Woohoo. So yeah, that gives me a little notepad. It's fun. Craziness.
That would totally work on these ones that are facing each other too. They could quickly and easily be like a little notepad.
Yeah.
That's what I had intended, but then I've seen the big tags and I was like, no, I think I like these.
Well, that's what this is, the big tag folded in half. So it's folded in half. And it has just scrap paper that I put together, tied it together on top. It's got a piece of yarn, poked holes in it. Took one of the tags. Here's the yarn. Yarn's in the back. You still can see the yarn. Whoop, there you go. So then I put the tag together on the top and stapled on each end and then cut this down here so that it fits up under like a matchbook. So there you go.
That is adorable. Right. I'm going to use the white at the top as my top of the tag book anyway.
Okay. So while you guys are working, I'm going to cut my tags and stuff out because my brain's not working on my next project. I don't know what it'll be. So I will cut and just think and chat.
Well, I thought I wanted to make another project, but I just decided it's all going in my little book.
That's fine. You do such nice jobs with your little books.
You do.
These give me some tags that are ready to go whenever I need them. I like this kit. This is a nice kit.
It really, there's a lot in it, and it's only 10 pages to print, you know, and I mean, every month we do it with just 10 pages, but it just feels like so much has been worked into it, you know?
Yeah, so much with this kit. I can see making these tags. I could sew on them, you know. You can add so much to them.
And it's nice to see something different, not always just, you know, the same kind of things. I love seeing something different. Okay. I need a pencil reminder, like the key minders. I've lost my
the pencil disappeared. Oh, I found it. It's over here.
I got it. So everyone that's watching, if you get a happy pack or if you didn't, I challenge you to just make something. Pick you out a few things and that's it. That's all you can use. Because this has been the most enjoyable, peaceful, creative time I've had in a long time. Probably not something I will do all the time because I still like, you know, all my other little toys.
Yeah.
But it's a nice break.
I agree, because when I started watercolor, I had to have all the colors. I had to have all the paint, everything I could find. I had to have. Oh, I have to have this color and this color and this color, even though I knew how to mix colors. So as I became more experienced with my watercolor, and I have a limited palette of 10 colors that I use only. Sometimes I'll branch out and use others, but for the most part, I use 10 particular colors. And from those 10 colors, I can make any color, anywhere. So I have very expensive watercolors, and now I only use 10 of them.
That's awesome. I'm sure there is also a science behind the limited palettes, you know, the same way with limited supplies.
Yes, it has to do with the choices. And when you have a limited palette, your brain has to work that if you want that particular color and you have the knowledge to build that color, then you can build that color when you get it to where you want it. So like, you know, if I want Payne's gray, I know how to mix the two colors to make Payne's gray. I don't have to go out and buy Payne's gray. Same with like an indigo blue. I know how to make an indigo blue without having to have that particular color.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you do for pink?
Pink?
Mm-hmm.
Pink is titanium white and whichever of the reds that you happen to have.
I never can get a good pink that way.
Well, it depends on if you want a warm pink or a cool pink. So depends on your reds.
Makes sense.
Yeah, some reds have an orange tone. Other reds have blue, have a cool tone. And to get a really, really nice deep pink, you want the cool. To get a really nice warm pink, like a pale pink, you want to use the warms. Awesome. Oh, my little scrappy doodles I love.
I absolutely think this is the most funnest ever.
I love this kit. It's the first kit I've seen in a long time that I've just fallen in love with. I haven't worked with a lot of paper other than collaging and you know, with my multimedia. So I haven't done books and stuff, but I would so do this in a book.
It is really cute. I should find the link to her whole kit because she usually takes one of her kits and shrinks it to 10 pages for us.
That's awesome.
And so essentially all of these kits are custom for dAFi.
That's awesome.
It is. She and Misty provide a kit and we swap out. Hardest get one of the kits, and then the Happy Packers get the other one. So every month, Misty's and Steph's are used in every month's kits.
Yeah, Misty's are very nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all my little scrappies, I'm finding them everywhere. So. I loved this mason jar. In fact, I liked it so much I almost used it in my collage, but I didn't.
I couldn't decide. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
I couldn't decide where to put the mason jar, so it's just going in the pack of goodies in the envelope.
I think the mason jar, I may use it on the upper level, one of the upper layers of my piece as I'm working on. I'm going to try to stay with these color tones and with this design when I add more texture. Yeah, so yeah. That wouldn't have done good. It blends in too much. That's why I said once I put the gesso on it, ooh, I can put that on there and put some dragonflies. So, sorry.
I love the dancey sound. This, and then I'm gonna have that. It feels good.
blue is, for years in my house, I loved blue. And so a lot of my house had a lot of blue in it. And then I grew up and actually retired, and I wanted more of a modern look. And when we bought our house here, I went with these very funky royal purples and greens and colors in the house. And then I've switched over, and then I went to more neutrals. But in the last few years, I've gone back to blue, and I just can't get enough of every tone of blue you can imagine. You see it in my starry girls, my blue girls when I paint. I cannot get enough of the blues and the bluey greens that are out there. So now my whole house is beginning to adapt to the blues. So I just laugh at myself when I go, oh, well, my bathroom is painted deep red, deep red, and I have a very large bathroom. I am not painting that. It's staying red, but oh, it goes so well with seafoam green and gray.
I love blues. I love all different shades of blues. It's my favorite color. And for my wedding, my hub's, his favorite color is also blue, which was lovely. And so we really just used two colors, just blue and silver. And it was just and all shades of blues, which gave you like that oceany feel, even though we were living in Arizona at the time. And so, but it's very hard to find blue flowers. So ever since then, and we're talking years now, so ever since then, I look for blue flowers. There are some, but not very many.
You know that, speaking of flowers, you know that pink flower that you posted and you said you love this flower, it grows in your yard. And I said, I've never seen it before.
Do you have it?
I don't have it here, but I went to a friend's house last week and I got out of the car and walked to her house, and she had them all over her yard. I just smiled and laughed because I went, oh my God, they are, and I have never seen them.
That is so funny.
Have never seen them before, but there they were, all in their glory, just a few days after you had posted that.
I absolutely love them. I absolutely love them. And I know it's a weed, but I'm one of those folks that
very nice.
I love certain weeds. I can't help it.
And there's a weed called spiderwort, which is blue, and I love it. And I just let it grow everywhere. I love it. Dark blue.
Well, because we love this pretty pink weed, we're letting it grow a little bit during our dry, because we are really dry right now. We haven't.
Oh, we are too, really bad.
Oh, we're dangerously dry.
Yeah, we have a fire warning for our area.
We do too.
We go that way from early spring till first snow.
Yeah, wow. We live in the desert. We live in tropical area.
Yeah, and we're also already supposed to be in the rainy season. It's supposed to have started May 15th.
I know. We're supposed to get rain next week.
Yeah, we're expecting it like Wednesday.
Yeah. I'll pull out my drum and we can do a rain dance.
Oh, let's do that. To totally use it. We're going to plan for the rain on Wednesday. That's the plan.
We have predicted rain for Wednesday. We had rain last night. We had rain last week. We had it come in like a gust of wind, and it broke a branch, and it landed on my favorite vintage rose bush. And so now I only have roses in the middle of my bush. I don't have any roses in the outer parts of it. It just drives me nuts because that's my favorite bush. And I have a lot of roses.
What kind of bush?
It's a vintage rose bush, the kind that you find in old cemeteries.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ones that don't look really like roses, but they are.
Yeah.
Because it's been here the whole time we've had it.
I hope that my drum would bring rain. It's a Pueblo Indian drum. So I don't know. That's pretty dry over there in Taos. I got it in Taos, New Mexico. And so it's the pep made by the Pueblos. So we'll see. But I'm sure it's the drummer that makes it. Eileen says that I should do a class on watercolor mixing or color basics.
I was thinking that while you were talking it. I was gonna ask you later. Arlene, thank you.
It'd be color theory because you can do it with any paint, you know. So it could be basic color theory.
Do you think that some paints react differently though with those colors, or do you think that it would be just generally the same on color theory?
Color theory is color theory. There's like for instance, there's cool reds and warm reds. There's cool blue and warm blue. And so those both mixed together give different looks and different effects. You know, if you know how to mix, you know how to do primary and then secondary and tertiary, that's the basic colors. You can use any color to do that. So yeah, we could do that to start out with the basics and do, you know, primary, and we could do primary cool and primary warm. But people need to use what they have. And so they might have a warm red and a cool blue. It'll make a purple, but it'll be a different kind of purple than the kind I do if I mix a warm and a warm. So as long as you know what they mix, then that's good. Yeah, I could do that. That'd be cool.
Fabulous. Thank you.
We could do it on something like this, you know, where we're all together.
And experimenting with different supplies too, maybe.
Right. And that way, if we did it live like this, and we did it together, then that would be fun.
It would be.
Yeah. Arlene, the spider work makes a beautiful. If you add that when you're painting something and you add the flower and just kind of mush it into the paint, it just makes a beautiful color. It's beautiful. I've done it. I've actually taken the spiderwort flowers and I've put them in water and vinegar and dyed some cotton fabric and tried that. That was fun too. Putting white in red acrylic makes an ugly pink. So.
Okay, I think I'm feeling happy with the book, and I have a couple of things to cut out, and most everything was flipping you. Oh, look at this. I still have stuff unused.
Oh, wait, you got a book. What is that? I want to see it.
I didn't mean to book it. It just happened.
It's the process.
It is. It just happened. I'm not done yet because now look at all my, I can't believe I still have this much left. Isn't that crazy?
Look at this. I did all my cutouts. But I only have one sheet of paper left.
Oh, that's fabulous.
I only have half a cutout.
Well, I never did the canvas board like you guys did the canvas boards.
Right.
I'll save that for somebody. So, and you only have half a cutout left? Is that what you said?
It's all in scraps except for this and the envelope.
Oh my gosh, isn't that crazy? I don't even have very many scraps, just the white stuff that I trim off. And I only have like one of these and one of these, and then a couple of strips like this, which will end up getting used.
Oh, see, I have a little pile of scrappies right here. I love my little scrappies.
I do. I love little scrappies.
But I'm going to use these in my collage for my next layer. I'm going to use these for my next layer.
Oh, how nice.
And I'm also going to use some Payne's Gray paint. And blues and all that. So it'll be fun. I love butterflies. They're probably my favorite. We have tons of butterflies in our yard.
I love them.
And they get in my screen enclosure and I can't get them out, you know? And so, I mean, I have beautiful yellow ones and monarchs and just all kinds of them. So, but if we have to close our door, we don't want to close our back screen door because the dogs go in and out. So it's a problem. So, so I'm sad if I'll see a beautiful butterfly floating in the pool. I'll think, oh, they went for a swim and they enjoyed themselves. And now they're off to Valhalla.
All right, I have to trim out my last couple fussy cuts, then I'll do my little share, what ended up being a book. Well, I did start with a piece of junk mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went upstairs to get it.
But I think everybody should have junk mail. And even if they live in a facility, there's plenty of junk mail that comes to the facility, so they can share that.
I don't let my husband show me the junk mail. He comes in with the mail and he'll say, this has got your name on it. And I'm like, it's not mine. It's not mine. And so he goes over to the trash can and says, okay, because I don't think, and so he just throws everything away because I don't want any junk laying around anymore. So I don't have junk mail. I don't get pretty junk mail like you did though. I don't get that. This
just came in because we just got back, and so it came in my stack of things, and I was pretty happy about it. Anyway, put that there. Now it'll be a little tuck when it dries. Okay, I can do the flip through now.
Okay, good.
I left this blank because I will doodle on it. Because draw little notes or something. Am I still not in? There we go. Now
you need to go to you.
Full screen for a second.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. So this was junk mail, the little piece that happened to be the coolest outer envelope I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
But it could have been covered with any one of these papers if somebody had a different kind of junk mail. And then I fussy cut this out because that's where the address was. And then this came from her paper pack, and that's just the inside of their envelope. And then this came with the junk mail where it had the stripes, but it just matched her butterflies so much. So I just covered up the text from their story and then made this small collage because I think it needs some type of text here. I don't know what, it just needs something there. Oops. And then it tucks in here because that's where it originally was. And then, do I not have anything in this envelope? Well, this envelope obviously needs something.
Oh, you've got some tags that you just cut out.
Yeah. Well, I already put them in here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I can put them in there. So now there's two little tags in here, which will fit better, which came from her cuts. These are her 3 fussy cut things that come out of, oh, no, this was a scrap that I just put there. It doesn't have a home yet because it doesn't belong anywhere yet. But I could put her little
jar. I love that jar.
Put those. These are thin, so they might be backed with another piece of paper later. And then I made, so her 3 tags were on one page. So instead of cutting the white on the inside, oh, my focus doesn't want to focus.
Oh, and you folded them.
I just folded them.
Awesome.
So I cut around it and then folded it in an accordion style. So then this can be doodled on and storied on. And I just only glued the bottom one.
Awesome. Darn it. I wish I would have I wish I would have saw that. I would have done that to my, oh, look at that. And you did that one too.
And then this one was cut like this. And all I did was add, you know, the part where it's a tab?
Yeah.
I added the tab to the top and to the bottom to make the tab thicker.
And then you doodled on it already.
And yeah, just a little doodle. But I like that it's double-sided, and it'll probably end up being something right here. This is just the covered junk mail. and then one of her little pieces of paper, which I love stationery, and I love the way this one looks.
Yeah, that was so pretty.
Absolutely love that one. So if I was going to finish it, I probably would actually just back this with another piece right here and then doodle around the edges or something. Or junk mail. That would be me. And so then this can flip. And then I can close it here and it looks finished on the back side.
That's so pretty.
And for those of you who like to ink, you can ink the edges. Ink will be coming during one of the future Happy Packs, but they'll be all different colors.
That's cool.
I feel like this needs to be trimmed right here. I don't like how it's... All right, enough of mine. Oh yeah, that looks better.
I love it.
I think we all made some very different things with the same kits. So let's all pull it out and share it at the end if you guys still have yours available.
Our stuff that we made?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Now that I look at her, I do like how the outfit turned out.
Oh, black and white. I like her. Yeah.
Go ahead, Judy.
Oh, okay. So I did the collage, as you all know. I did the collage on the 9x12 board, and I really like this board. It doesn't when it gets damp, I can imagine that would be able to paint on it. Oh, stop the camera. I'd be able to paint on it, and it's not going to bow up on me a lot. And then I made the little matchbox, thing where I just tore off some of the extra papers and stuff. And I could add to it if I want, or I could just, whatever. It's just a cute little thing. Little tied in the back. And then I made the little worry doll. The worry doll, she has her little skirt on, batik skirt. And she's a wise elder with her white hair. And so so I just did the 3, and then I cut out all my pieces, what was left. What I had left was, because I didn't do much with, I had a couple of the tags, 3 of the tags, and then a couple of medium tags, and then a few of these left, these little smaller pieces. And then I had the envelope, and I had 1 sheet of paper left. And then here's all my scrappies. And my scrappies I'm going to actually use on here when I go and do the next few layers. So I'll be using these up on this next piece. So, and that's what I have. Oh, and I had some yarns. I had my yarns left, which I have enough to make another doll. So, okay, I'm done.
Very cool.
Okay, I have this left. That's it. And I have a good size pack or stack of scraps and 1 tag that I've already cut out. Lots of little scraps, which will say, and I have very little yarn left over. I went kind of nuts. I have enough, but I mean, I could do 2 more dolls, I'm sure. So here's my worry dolls. Here's baby Worry with his fuzzy little hair, because that's all the hair he's got. And this is Daddy, and he's doing a dance. And he's got wild hair. And Mama has a ponytail. So that's my family of worry dolls. Then there's my collage. Goes this way. And I really like these too. I like the feel of them on the back even. Oh.
That was very nice.
I may have to ink this because it's pretty monochromatic to me. I know it's not, but I see it that way. And so then I did my little tag book. I just took 2 of them side by side and cut them out and left the space between them so that I could fold them in half. I thought I folded them directly in half, but I didn't. And so I used some of the papers and I put some of the little cutouts in there. I did the tabs with a piece of the scrap cardstock from cutting these out. And that way they're stiffer. And then just did the pages. This one's just lined it. A little collage. Had cut out the butterfly. And then on this one, I took one of the little tickets and then I glued this on another piece of scrap paper so that it was a little stronger to set in there. And then the little collage there. And then this was just one. And I wanted to use this butterfly, but he was cut off.
No.
And I didn't want to put him on there. So I cut him off. He was over here. And cut him off and put him over here so he could be cut off on purpose.
Oh, perfect.
And then my final touches is one of the tickets, and yellow paper clip would have been better than orange, but I went with what was handy.
I just assumed with you everything was orange, so it's okay.
Well, in my little tub of paper clips, that's the only big one, and I tried it first with a little one, and it just wasn't strong enough. Didn't have enough paper clip on it, you know. So that's my project. I could still do something else
That's cute.
with what's left over. So I love the fact that there's enough stuff in here. I mean, this was a small bag. I don't know if y'all remember when I opened it at the beginning.
Yeah.
But there is 1, 2, 3, 5 if you count each worry doll as its own. So 5 projects with enough left over to do something.
Yep.
So I think that's amazing.
I think the goal is in this particular pack is the worry dolls to make. I love how you made yours big, so you can make one big one, 3 little ones, or here's my little cat. It doesn't look like a cat, but it's a cat. But you can make your worry dolls 1 paper craft and 1 canvas board, which you know, I'm kind of done crafting for now. I feel the need to go do the things I need to go do, but I am just it was fun. It was relaxing. It felt like play. So very cool, very fun.
I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah,
I did too.
thank you both for helping to do these samples. And if anybody ever watches these and says, I'd like to do a Happy Pack sample one time, let me know, and we can probably include you in one of these.
Yep.
But with that, 2.5 hours of fun. Love and hugs, everyone.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
Bye.